Hanna Pedrokinska, Mr. Mikita, please tell me what the operational situation is in the Kharkiv region in the Izium area. Mikita Fomenko.
But basically, the enemy is trying to advance, to move forward. Our brave soldiers will never allow him to accomplish this, so that even every single step he takes becomes a living hell on our land. Anna Pedrohinska.
And what are the enemy's tactics? Has it changed in any way lately? Mikita Fomenko?
Well, everyone understands and already knows perfectly well that they are trying, so to speak, to infiltrate our rear, to occupy, to pass through, to take positions, and then to create confusion, so to speak, in our ranks. But mechanized assaults haven't stopped either. They are still trying to break through with mechanized forces. Just recently, our guys from the 3rd Assault Brigade repelled a mechanized assault. I think those who follow the news, who watch videos from the front, know about this. That would be... You could see how they tried, but our guys are still better than them and they can't do it. Anna Pedrohinska.
And dear viewers, you can support our best guys, our heroes who protect us with your donations. Let me remind you that there is both a QR code and a card number on your screens. Right now, our soldiers from the 3rd Assault Brigade are raising funds for a vehicle that will provide our defenders with fuel. You heard a bit earlier from Mr. Mikita that unfortunately the enemy hit the vehicle that was actually doing this, supplying our soldiers with fuel. And that's why a vehicle for these needs is extremely necessary right now. That's why I urge everyone to join this fundraiser so that our guys can buy this vehicle as soon as possible and start delivering fuel to our defenders on the Kharkiv front as quickly as possible. Please take part in this fundraiser. Once again, let me remind you that the QR code and card number are on your screens. Hanna Pedrohinska. Mr. Nikita, are the Russians currently trying to force the Oskil River? Mikita Fomenko.
Well, they can try anything. But we eat it, we don't give it. Anna Pedrohinska.
Mr. Mikita, I want to talk to you in more detail about the provision of our troops, primarily logistics. How complicated is it now on the Kharkiv route? Mikita.
Fomenko? Well, when we take into account today's complex realities, the logistics have undergone a total transformation from the prevailing circumstances we saw even during that year. Right now, at this particular moment in time, we could, in principle, though it would be extremely difficult and challenging, break through to our forward positions using some of our equipment to bring in essential supplies. At the moment, the entire situation rests squarely in the hands of our brave boys on the ground. We continue to deliver everything they need to designated special delivery points located along the route. And right over there, our dedicated guys from the heavy bomber units and advanced ground robotic complexes are already delivering essential parcels to our forward positions. Anna Pedrohinska reporting.
Dear viewers, I want to address you once again and remind you that the training for our defenders is ongoing. Our soldiers from the 3rd Assault Brigade are currently raising funds for a vehicle that will supply fuel and deliver it to our troops who are now fighting in the Kharkiv direction. I urge everyone to join this fundraiser. You understand that supplying our troops is a priority. So please join this fundraiser and support our defenders with your contribution in hryvnias. They are protecting us around the clock. Despite any weather, despite constant assaults, despite the relentless buzzing of enemy drones, they fulfill their main mission, their duty to protect us. And our duty, our mission here in the rear, is to support our defenders so that right now they can receive a vehicle for their needs. So please join this fundraiser. Every hryvnia matters. Please make your contribution, your donation. As a reminder, both the QR code and the card number are on your screens. And remember that small donations simply do not exist. Hanna Pedrohinska. Mr. Nikita, you mentioned that you use NRK to deliver everything you need. Can you share if it's okay to talk about it? Do you have a large NRC fleet? Mikita Fomenko.
Wait, so you are saying it is a massive park filled with advanced robotic complexes? Yes, it's large. Furthermore, there are specialized autonomous ground-based robotic complexes that are utilized exclusively for the purpose of providing logistical support to the units. There are specialized reconnaissance units, heavy-duty assault platforms, and autonomous ground-based kamikaze robotic complexes that bring surprises, precisely delivering unexpected little gifts directly to the enemy positions. Therefore, we always try to be at least 2 or even 3 full steps ahead of the enemy when he thinks he can already fight our robots. We are consistently providing him with the perfect opportunity to reflect much more deeply and carefully about his own skills. Anna Pedrohinska.
And so that there are more such gifts and surprises for the enemy, dear viewers, join the gathering. I remind you that our soldiers from the 3rd Assault Brigade are gathering for a vehicle that will provide fuel to our defenders on the front line. This is very important. That's why I urge everyone who is watching us right now to make your contribution, to make your donation, and in this way support our defenders so that our soldiers can buy this vehicle as soon as possible and start supplying fuel to those who are now on the front line. Please join this fundraiser. This is very important. Let it be a small donation. Any amount that is comfortable for you, I don't know, 10, 20, 50 hryvnias. If someone can give more, 500, 1,000, 2,000, please do. But I ask each of you to make your contribution because our mission and our task is to support those on the front line. And right now, dear viewers, you have the opportunity to do this. Let me remind you, there is both a QR code and a card number on your screens. Please donate, donate, and donate again because we must support our defenders. Hanna Pedrukinska, Mr. Mikita, how is the training of heavy bomber pilots going, those who are currently engaged in logistics as well as the training of ground robotic complexes?
Well, right now, at this very moment, we actually have several different, so to speak, strategic directions and initiatives that can truly help our guys on the ground. First of all, one of the most important ones is the active recruitment of new people, coming directly from civilian life, from individuals who are now very purposefully and intentionally coming to the dedicated recruitment center of the 3rd Assault Brigade, where they clearly state that they have a strong desire to become professional pilots. First, they are carefully screened, and then our experienced combat personnel, who are able to allocate the necessary time for this task, conduct intensive training sessions with them. Yes, they actually undergo their training on the exact same drones that will be deployed on the front line. In other words, there isn't some sort of so-called basic training drone after which you would then need to spend more time retraining on a completely new model. They actually train on combat equipment.
Mr. Mikita, you already mentioned that unfortunately you lost the last vehicle that was supplying our defenders with fuel. So overall, how large is your fleet of vehicles?
I can't say that.
That's not allowed. Okay, we won't talk about that. But I want to address our viewers. Let's add another vehicle to this fleet to support our combat units. Dear viewers, once again, I want to emphasize there is a QR code and a card number on your screens. Right now, our soldiers from the 3rd Assault Brigade are raising funds for a vehicle to supply our defenders specifically with fuel. Fuel that is essential on the front line. You understand this perfectly well yourselves. Therefore, please, I urge each of you to join this fundraiser and donate more actively to support our defenders from the 3rd Assault Brigade. I think the 3rd Assault Brigade needs no introduction. You all know these heroes, our defenders, very well. So please, let's help our fighters today to raise as much money as possible and buy this vehicle as quickly as we can, which will support our defenders on the front line. I ask everyone to join this fundraiser. And remember, every hryvnia must fight. Our defenders, our heroes. After 12 years of war and 4 years of full-scale invasion, they have proven to the whole world that they know how to fight. For more effective work, they need more tools, specifically the vehicle, the car that the 3rd Assault Brigade is currently raising funds for. This is also a kind of tool for fighting against the Russian occupiers who are advancing on our land. Therefore, dear viewers, I kindly ask you to make your donation today and help our defenders purchase such a vehicle as soon as possible. Let me remind you once again that there is both a QR code and a card number displayed on your screens. Mr. Mikita, could you tell us what the main causes of vehicle breakdowns are right now, and how often in general do the Russians target the vehicles of Ukrainian soldiers?
The targeting of our vehicles in the immediate rear happens constantly, every day. There are reports every single day. It's not even just every day. Let me put it this way. Every 10 minutes or so, there is a new report coming in that there are some unidentified drones hovering over the enemy's critical logistics routes. Currently, our brave guys are actively fighting against them. Not all of them are capable. Not everyone has the skill to select a specific target and hit it accurately. But still, it sometimes happens that they do manage to strike their mark. Because of this, we are working very hard and doing everything in our power to try to reduce these occurrences as much as we possibly can.
Mr. Mikita, our dear viewers have collected 120,000 hryvnias for you during this short conversation. I thank everyone who made a donation. And please, if you haven't had the chance yet, make one as well. On your screens, you can see both the QR code and the card number. Mr. Mikita, first of all, I want to thank you and your comrades for defending our homeland and for being able to talk with us today.